Akwa Ibom State government to partner oil and gas free zones. Ministry of Agriculture distribute farm input to public schools in Uyo and Ikadakpene senatorial districts. Plus, class 1986 of Independence High School, Kana, is sending them donate school materials to Alma Mater. Good morning and welcome to NTOyo News. My name is Clement Barikui. Remember that this broadcast is reaching you live on Star Times Channel 103 and on our social media handles on Facebook and YouTube. Akwa Ibom State Governor Umoino has approved the expansion of work at the Uyo Ewet Gully Erosion and Beautification Project to include the correctional service facility threatened by erosion. The governor took this decision during an unscheduled inspection of the Dominic Utug axis of the project. Kevin Samuel reports.
The reclamation of the erosion site has opened up the area, exposing some dangers caused by the erosion over the years, which has affected the correctional center. In an unscheduled inspection of the project, Governor Eno, having seen the dangers ahead, immediately approved the extension of the project scope to capture correctional center to avoid jailbreak.
The worst part of it is that all this was covered by bush, so you wouldn't even know the extent, because he told me he would deliver this in December for us to use. It's now not just a reclamation, it has become a tourism site. So you can see, you don't know the amount of joy I have that we're beginning to create. You can come from this mess and create a message. You know, that's the real joy for me.
He commends the contractor for a good job well done, while reaffirming his resolve to work with the federal government led by President Bola Tinubu to enhance the development of the state.
You can't fight the federal government, so that you can partner with them. And any governor that decides to do that, fight the federal government, is doing so at the peril of his people.
The project on completion will not only reclaim the land, but will turn it into tourist attraction where people can visit for relaxation. In Uyo, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Governor Umoino has reassured of his administration's readiness to cooperate with the new manager of oil and gas free zones for the actualization of Liberty Oil and Gas Free Zone in the state. Governor Eno gave the assurance while playing host to a delegation from the Oil and Gas Free Zone Authority led by the Managing Director Baminga Usman at the Government House in Uyo. Again, Kevin Samuel reports.
Commending the team for their visit to Akwa Ibom State, which according to him is an indication of good interest, assures that the state government under his watch will do its best towards the actualization of the Liberty Oil and Gas Free Zone, which will enhance the state's economy. He thereafter presented State Government Technical Committee led by the Secretary to Akwa Ibom State Government, Enobo, to liaise with the agency for the speedy actualization of the free zone in the state.
I can assure you that now that we have formed our team, we were ready to run.
Earlier, the Managing Director of Oil and Gas Free Zones Authority, Bamanga Usman, says that Akwa Ibom State, with the contribution of about 31% of the nation's oil output, remains critical to the nation's development, and investment in the oil and gas free zone will be a multiplier effect on the state and nation at large.
This is a state that is blessed and endowed with significant gas reserve and other natural resources. This is a state that is blessed with over 7 million human capital. Your Excellency, the concept of special economic zones has proven beyond reasonable doubt globally that it is the concept that is most efficient and effective tool to accelerate economic growth and development.
The Oil and Gas Free Zone Authority is a regulatory body saddled with the responsibility of developing and managing investments within the nation's oil and gas free zones. From the Government House, Uyo, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
Now to agriculture. Schools in Oyo and Ikodepene Sinitiro district have benefited from the state government's intervention of farm input to promote practical farming among students in Akwa Ibom State to boost food sufficiency. Evelyn Badueko reports.
Presenting the farm inputs to the schools, Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development Dr. Fiong Ofor encouraged students to engage in practical farming, which can be of financial benefit to them and cater for their needs. She called on school authorities in Akwa Ibom State to revive the Young Farmers Club to prepare the young minds to embrace home farming projects and training for future benefits.
Thank His Excellency for his support. Every year, Akwa Ibom State government does this. Supports public schools and other schools that are interested with cuttings, with improved variety of cuttings, with seeds. Why does the government do this? To see that time and again we should have food on our tables.
Stakeholders harp on the importance of food to man and involvement of people in agricultural production to drive the agricultural revolution story in Nigeria.
You've been given this farm in seedlings and inputs. Please, it's not supposed to be dumped behind maybe the principal's office or somewhere. Judiciously, make sure that you do all you need to do to plant.
This nature development will play a crucial role in long-time attain productivity at both the micro and macro levels.
I appreciate our amiable governor for including us in his Arise agenda by giving us farm inputs to our different schools.
Back in our days, when I used to follow my mother to farm, we used to put 4 cuttings. We will make a small hole, then we will put 4 cuttings. But today, I learned that even one is enough to give you a bomber harvest.
I want to assure you, on behalf of my colleagues, we shall utilize the inputs.
Meanwhile, the agri-boss also visited in a local government area where 100 women selected from the 11 wards of the local government were empowered with farm inputs and incentives in line with the Arise agenda. Rose Effiong, on behalf of the women, thanked the state government, promising to make judicious use of the inputs. Evelyn Badu Ekpo, NTA News.
And still on empowerment, wife of the immediate past governor of Akwa Ibom State, Dr. Martha Udom Emmanuel, has presented gift items and cash to indigent women in Una local government area ahead of the Easter celebration. The donation was during the 2024 Una Women's Day celebration. The reports. The founder of Family Empowerment and Youth Reorientation Path Initiative, FEREP, who was a special guest at the yearly event held at the Una Sports Stadium, Abat, used the 2024 Una Women's Day to canvass for unity and togetherness among the women of Una. Dr. Martha Udom Emmanuel noted that when women come together to forge partnerships, no development can evade them, saying there is power in unity of purpose. She also advised women to key into their Rise agenda, especially the agricultural sector.
Let's go back to that old days. Always somewhere, seeing how you can help in your little way. Maybe in your economy, when you go price, make me not going to have. That is love. That is sharing.
Keynote speaker and former Vice Chancellor of University of Uyo, Professor Comfort Ekpo, while speaking on the theme of the event, Inspire Inclusion, noted that the world over, women have charted new pathways of development, saying the more women are inspired into leadership positions, the more the society will develop for common good.
Improvement in women's representation in governance. We could say there's some improvement in human trafficking. But when we look at it all in all, we see that the improvement is not very significant.
In their goodwill messages, speakers including the transition chairman of Una Local Government Council, Elder Iniebase Kanem, congratulated the women for sustaining the event and for the proposed building of a multi-purpose hall in honor of the founder of FEREP, Dr. Martha Udom Emmanuel. The event, which featured march past, cultural dance and various competitions, attracted illustrious sons and daughters of the area. Clement. In a bid to promote education, the class of 1986 of Independent High School, Kana, in a Sinodom local government area, visited the alma mater, awarding scholarships and donates books to the students. Etieno Ibanga reports.
Visit to their alma mater by all students of Independent High School, Okana, known as Indico 86, put smiles on the faces of students and staff as the welfare officer of the group, Incentiva Pabio, presented scholarships to indigent students, texts and exercise books, bags and other educational support materials to them and the school library.
We are able to do a little where we can by donating some exercise books in support of Governor Umeno's free and compulsory education in the state.
We talk to them, make sure that we make presentation to them. Look at the library wasn't okay, so we are talked and we've done that today.
So what we are doing now is impact on this one, so that they themselves can become agents of the change that we are hoping for.
Members of the group, who are in different professional bodies, occasionally visit their alma mater to serve as role models to students and to spur them to be serious with their studies.
They have to sit up, they have to learn more. They have to involve themselves from so many things like
Principal of the school and students comment on the visit.
I am so grateful because my students, seeing you like this, they will be encouraged.
Inspire me to further my education better, to study hard and become something that I like.
A call by the government for people to give back to their alma mater, many say, is to boost the morale of students and enhance the learning condition of their alma mater. From a Sinodom local government area, Etienne Ibanga, NTA News.
And it is on that note we end the news this morning. But before we go, a quick look at the major stories. State government is to partner oil and gas free zones for the actualization of the sea. Ministry of Agriculture has distributed farm input to public schools in Oyo and Ikadekpene senatorial districts. You also heard in the news that class 1986 of Independent High School, Kana, Sinodom has donated school materials to alma mater. And that has been our news. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Abasianyanga Ekpeyong is standing by for the day's news translation. I remain Clement Barikui. Enjoy the rest of the Good Friday.
Ibom State, Ediana ye, Ufa Waterion, the oil and gas, Enamutum man or water. Ufa Utum Esegem Poebanga, Utoyuang, K a stating, a man on 1 million, Umpo Utoyuang. The Tofang Wanyakiswa, 1986, Ake Independence High School. Kenkwaku kara ACN Udam, Ema Nongo, Mendito Fong with Mpo Mwit. Akwa Ibom, Emesere, Amensika Media Yem Kibibio, Nkere, Abasi, Anyanga, Ekpeyong, Yaikom Bongnen Fon. me ufok wet ke uyo yek ikorek bene senatorial district edia ufoneto mkpo kamanto yinwang ame okara setingen edongoke manatoro kama eword ndito ufok wet na eto yinwang alina mamie sokodo mandidia aba baraswene ke setingen ya ikom boko mi mfon fonito ko mbongen adai wood ufogotom asege mkpo banga utomi wang Dr. Fiong Ofo ama no me ufok wet mkpo kama ke to yinwang nko yema no mendito ufok wet ami ikon no item yake krebo ke mimo imina mutomi wang manatoro ebi kama isem ko ibang ideme mo kiniso nko anyema asen uyu okot mi poda iwood ke mu ufok wet ke statement ebo yak emane demme ebogo me toyiwang iwad ekoto kibibio Young Farmers Club ami ekero ndi mana ndemme urong utoyiwang nyong no mi wad ukpep kabanga utoyiwang kiniso mi po wonko emetang me iko ebang me ufon asneke ke utoyiwang yenang utumutoyiwang akemendi wamawo nko anyema asanga akese nkwagu kara ini mponte ibane wakeke wo ikie yeket esneke ke word roboket emedia ufon eto unwama ke sanne enomme otoyiwang nko maro sefion keyword iban ama ko mu kara statement anyongo bo kemmimo iyai ikama mempoyiwang ame no gomomi kusongo fonno abasi anya nko maid pendaga unwet ndito fongwet anye kiswa 1986 ke Independence High School adaka ke nkogu kara esenudem ema sange ke su fongwet ammo ke kpongo ke isahami ammo ema no usungdi to fongwet do ngwet ye scholarship nko ya ikumbogami ito konvongen fon nkandito ufongwet eriongo kente Independence High School ukana kibibio indeko 86 ema sanga eka ufongwera ammo eke karangwet isangami ama asni mamkinwa uwak ndito ufongwet yemmon esoko enamutomdo ndito ufongwet emedia ufon eto isangami oto ke ngwet ekpat yemme mporugo ukamanka ngwet ameke nogo mo koro ye ufongwet mfon ameke enogo mo ekoto kibibio scholarship mone bogomi amebara ke mensionsio ndaga kemme ipoitie ema sange ke su fongwet ami ma torere wonpo eno mone soko edimi kedem e kamada iwot ufongwet ami yendi to fongwet ami ema ekop inemeser kabanga adina mamoy na mami ukara statement esnu yo ekot mewo yagetamme ekantemmo ekebo ukpe mpoito mana toro eri demme udong ndi to fongwet esokeke kangwet abasi anya ukangin tembong ne tridro ubaga senemi so songo ke mpangutong minkere abasi ayanga ekpeyon